So the NFL playoffs are upon us, bro. We finally got the Week 18 that we all wanted, man. That game against the Chargers, that Raiders versus Chargers game, that was a game for the fucking history books. I'm not going to hold you. I was sitting in my seat. I was going for the Chargers because I hate the Raiders so much. But now that we have finished the regular season, let's talk about the postseason. Today, I will talk about who wins in each round and who will make the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl. Let's get straight into it. So first, let's start in the AFC Wildcard game. The Raiders and the Bengals, this is going to be a blowout. I say Cincinnati Bengals, they score about 27. The Raiders score about 10. 27-10, I think, is a good score. Just Cincinnati has so many offensive weapons. The Raiders cannot keep up with that. And also, their quarterback is worse. Their receivers are worse. I mean, you can kind of just go down the depth chart and see who the better team is. So for Wildcard weekend, Las Vegas and Cincy wins easily. All right. Now, New England Patriots against the Buffalo Bills. To me, this is something that will make experience key in this game, and I think the Buffalo Bills will win. Josh Allen has more experience in the playoffs than Mac Jones, obviously, and he also is just a better quarterback. To me, as long as the Bills' defense is good, I think the Bills should easily win. Josh Allen has been one of the better quarterbacks in the league this year. Maybe he's not top 5 or close to top 5 like he was last year, but, he's still a very productive quarterback, and he's an elite quarterback in this league, and he should wipe the floor with the Patriots. The Patriots just came off a very grueling loss against the Miami Dolphins, so maybe they want to bounce back, but I don't see them bouncing back. All right, now for the last wildcard game in the AFC, the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Kansas City Chiefs. I will spend about 5 seconds on this game. Let's say it really quickly. The Chiefs will win 34-7. Pittsburgh does not have a good quarterback. Their defense is kind of washed. Kansas City in general is just a much better team. They will win. So now that we've talked about the AFC wildcard, let's get into the NFC wildcard, the NFC wildcard game. Let's start with San Francisco and the Cowboys. This is the 6 seed versus the 3 seed. I actually think the San Francisco 49ers are going to win this game. Now look, the Cowboys offense does look unstoppable, but I'm going to tell you that Jimmy Garoppolo just played the game of his life. And who knows what weight that holds. But against the Rams, he played an amazing game. And in the last, 5 minutes of the game, he had 10 unanswered points that will win them the game and take them to the playoffs. I might have to eat my words on this, but to me, the San Francisco 49ers are winning 23-20. Now, let's go to the Cardinals and the LA Rams. To me, this is going to be a very entertaining game. I actually think it's going to end up becoming a defensive game, but I can also see it being a blowout. The Rams, to me, are just much better than the Cardinals right now, and why I say that is because Kyler Murray and the Cardinals are on the wrong side of a streak. They're on a losing streak. Maybe not losing game streak, but they definitely haven't been winning games like they have in the past. And they also did hit that, wall that a lot of young teams do hit. So I think the Cardinals will lose this game. Maybe they're getting J.J. Watt back for the one game that they do play against the Rams. But to me, I think the Rams win 23-20. All right, now for the last wildcard game in the NFC. This is the Eagles and the Buccaneers. To me, the Eagles don't have much of a chance. Maybe if Jalen Hurts gets hot, then they have a chance. Maybe, Devontae Smith, if he has a good game, maybe they can make it close. But to me, I think the Bucs will win 35-14. I think Tom Brady's experience in the postseason will trump everything in this little game right here. Alrighty, so now let's get into the divisional round in the NFC. San Francisco against Green Bay now. Green Bay is going to wipe the floor with them. Green Bay is going to beat them 28-17. That's my prediction. To me, it's just a quarterback. Jimmy Garoppolo, is solid. He still might be better than Trey Lance to me, but I do think he has nothing on Aaron Rodgers because he doesn't. And Aaron Rodgers, to me, also has the better targets. Devontae Adams is better than Deebo Samuel, and also his run game has been pretty good with A.J. Dillon. So I don't see a case in which the Packers lose this game. The Packers have also had a pretty good offensive line this season, something that the 49ers have dabbled with in the past, but maybe not so much since they're going to probably be missing Trent Williams this game. All right, now for the other divisional playoff game in the NFC, the LA Rams against the Tampa Bay Bucks. I think the Bucks will actually win this game. The LA Rams are a super team, don't get it wrong, as in they are a super team everywhere besides their quarterback to me. Their quarterback and maybe their running back. I think Akers is all right. But, Matt Stafford to me is just not a good enough quarterback to lead you to a Super Bowl win. I've heard those things. It's a backup quarterback for the Rams has won a Super Bowl. But that backup was in the essence of Tom Brady was the backup to Drew Bledsoe. It's he was a very good backup. I think he would be better than Matt Stafford. But anyway, Matt Stafford is not going to be good enough this game. You know, the Bucs are very injured, but I think that their experience will trump it. You know, the LA Rams are very flashy, and they're a pretty damn good team. But I don't think Stafford has what it takes to win this game, considering he also just came off a gut-wrenching loss to the San Francisco 49ers in a game that they were supposed to definitely win. Now let's go to the AFC divisional round. The Bengals and the Titans. To me, I think the Bengals are going to win this game. The Titans quarterback, to me, is so mid. You're going to see a reoccurring theme here is that I'm saying that the quarterback wins games. And I do think that is what happens in the playoffs. Many of the playoff games that we've seen or many of the playoff series have been won because of the quarterback. Sure, there's some instances where Nick Foles is not better than Tom Brady, but he won the Super Bowl. But, you know, Eli Manning, when he did beat Tom Brady, he was an elite quarterback. You know, he's an amazing quarterback. So, to me, I think the quarterback just wins everything. I mean, Pat Mahomes and Tom Brady were in the Super Bowl last year for a reason. That's 2 top 3 to top 4 quarterbacks right there. And there's a reason that they were in the Super Bowl. Obviously, they have good team help, but they were the best quarterbacks in the NFL that year. So, Joe Burrow, to me, is definitely better than Ryan Tannehill. And I think that their weapons, they might not be better than Tennessee because Tennessee does have Derrick Henry. But I think their weapons are good enough. Jamar Chase is an insane deep threat, you know, and a deep threat really does open up the offense. It does open up your offense because they always got to keep some safeties deep if they see Jamar Chase on the field. So yeah, I think the Bengals will win this 24-17. All right, now the divisional round, the Bills against the Chiefs. Mahomes is just too good for the Bills to beat them. And you know, Mahomes, I think his defense has been rejuvenated and has been very dedicated to play better. You know, that's what happened when they were on that 8-game win streak earlier this season before they faced Cincy. Their defense was rejuvenated and dedicated, and they were driven to play well. And I think they're going to do the same thing in the playoffs because that's what the Chiefs have been doing in the playoffs the past couple years with their defense. So I think that will win them the game. Now let's get into the AFC Championship game. The AFC Championship game, the Bengals and the Chiefs. To me, yes, I think the quarterback and the experience kills it here. The Bengals making the AFC Championship after being expected to be a lottery team this year is great. But they're going to lose against the Chiefs. You know, Pat Mahomes is too good. You know, the Bengals are one of my favorite teams. I love watching them. But I think that the Chiefs will win 35-31. I do think Joe Burrow is good enough of a quarterback to have composure in these big moments. So I think he'll still score a lot of points in these games. Don't get me wrong. But he does not have the experience that Patrick Mahomes has. And obviously, he's not the same talent that Patrick Mahomes is. So, the Kansas City Chiefs are going to the Super Bowl. All right, now the NFC Championship game. The Green Bay Packers against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think the Green Bay Packers win it here. Obviously, they have the better quarterback in Aaron Rodgers. You know, maybe, I'd say it's somewhat close. Tom Brady is still an elite quarterback. He's a top 4 quarterback at least. But I think that the Green Bay Packers have just had better luck with health. You know, maybe that speaks out of a mind of a Bucs fan, but the Bucs have been injured quite a bit these past couple, games. You know, I heard Jason Pierre-Paul was out for a game with sickness or something like that. We're just hitting the wrong side of health right now, and I think the Green Bay Packers should take this game. So they'll get their revenge from over us from last year. But yeah, they'll go to the Super Bowl. For my Super Bowl prediction, I think the Green Bay Packers will lose to the Kansas City Chiefs. I think Aaron Rodgers just doesn't have it to compete at that high of a level as Pat Mahomes has been doing. You know, Aaron Rodgers has been the better quarterback. Sure, you can say that. And I agree with you. He has been the better quarterback than Patrick Mahomes. But I do think Patrick Mahomes' resiliency in the postseason will continue. You know, Patrick Mahomes, if you could just say if he had a good offensive line last year in the Super Bowl, he wins the damn thing. So yeah, I think that is a big thing. I also think the Chiefs' playoff experience is big. You know, A.J. Dillon is a really good running back. But I just think I'm just choosing the Chiefs. It's going to be a chess match, you know what I'm saying? Like, these are 2 elite quarterbacks and 2 elite teams. And yeah, the Chiefs will win the Super Bowl this year. Yeah, y'all, thank you for watching the video, though. I only make a couple NFL videos. You know, I was going to do a week-by-week, reaction to NFL games. And I did fall off of that because of college, basically. But, I mean, shit, if next season I'm doing them, don't be surprised, and I'll try and keep putting them out. I love talking about the NFL, but I definitely am a casual. So take everything I say with a grain of salt. Thank you for watching. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, do all that. And yeah, peace out.
Hey, Come on, I got a bag on me. You try to take it, leave you stinking like your last homie. Shit kinda cakey, little baby, put that ass on me. But I ain't that horny, do you got some cash for me? Why every time you ask him that, bitches act funny? And you keep trying to hold the strap, you won't slap for me. You too happy, I can tell you never had money. Every time you get on live, gotta flash money.